Hello everyone, this is a tutorial to show you how to use the graphtools.com website in order to create a graph that might be a part of your course requirements. I'm going to show you how to get to the graph site and also how to use the tool. So as an example, in the physics course, periodically there are questions where you need to use the graphing tool, and I provided the link there. So in order to access the site, you have to hit Control and then click the link, and that will load the graph tool site right onto your computer. Then most of the graphs that you'll probably be asked to do will either be a line graph or a bar graph. I'm going to demonstrate how to do a line graph today. So I'm just going to click on the line graph option. Now here there are a couple of different ways that you can do a line graph. For most people, you'll need to know how to do the XY points. That will be the standard way that graphs are done. Your X value represents your horizontal values, and your Y points represent your vertical values. Now, each graph here represents a different line. So graph 1, any data that you enter in here will be a line on your graph. Graph 2 will represent a separate line, graph 3 another line, etc. Now it says it doesn't matter what format you use. I have a particular format that I like, and it is like this. So if I'm going to pick some points to just use as an example here. See, it's to have -5 as my X value and have 3 as my Y, separated by a semicolon. Then I do my next XY value, and I'll do my next one. And I'm just going to put 3 points for right now. I'm going to deselect the fill area under points. I don't need this for this particular graph. This does come in handy for some of the math courses that you might be taking where you do have to have areas shaded underneath the line. That's when you would use that particular button. But for this we don't need it, so I'm just going to unselect it. And you can pick different minimum and maximum boundaries for your graph if necessary. And then once you're finished, then you click Submit, and there you have a picture of the graph. So it's graphed the line for you automatically given the data that you put in there. Now, for some courses you're also going to have to save a copy of this picture and post it into a document to show that you've actually done the graph. So how you do this is you're going to right click, and then you're going to select Copy Image from the drop-down menu that comes down. And then you're going to go into some kind of drawing program. Most people have Paint on their computer, and that's the one that I'm going to use. I'm just going to go into Paint. It's normally under Accessories if it's not on your Start menu when you click the Start button. And then I'm going to go Control V, or I can go Edit, Paste, and that will paste the graph into this particular program. Once it's here, I can resize it if I want to make it smaller. I can do different things to it. I'm going to leave it as is for now. This is fine. I'm going to go File, Save As to save it. And then I will pick it as I'll call it my demo graph. And then instead of saving it as a bitmap, I want to save it as a picture. So I'm going to save it as a JPEG because it takes up less memory. And I'm going to select where I want to save it, which I'm just going to put it in my documents. And then I'm going to click Save. Once it's there, then I'm going to go into whatever document that I need to paste a copy of this in. And for the students, of course, that's going to be your labs or your assignments. So here I have a test lab document that I created, and this is where I'm going to insert my graph. So now all I have to do in order to insert my picture here is go under the Insert menu, go to Picture, and then I can select where I saved it. I saved it in my documents, remember. I'm going to go to Demo Graph and click Insert, and there it inserts my graph. Now it's quite a large graph on the page. I might want to resize it a bit too, I don't know. So I can grab a corner and I can make it smaller this way as well. You want to keep it legible so that the teacher can read your scale and everything like that, but that's pretty good. Now let's say I want to have it centered. I go back to the home button, click center, centers it on my page, and that's it.